to raise a fund. So for example, if some company has the 40% of the common stock, 30% of preferred stock, and 30% of the bond, okay? Or some company may has the 70% of the common stock, 20% of the preferred stock, 10% of the debt, depending on the company's financial situation, okay? So nowadays, the companies, retain a lot of the money within the company. For example, Samsung Electronics has a lot of the cash within the company. Then the Samsung Electronics doesn't have to issue the bond. So there's no domestic bond from the Samsung Electronics do not issue the bond anymore within the country, okay? Because there are a lot of the money within the company, right? So capital structure is just a mix or percentage of each resource to raise a fund. And the more important thing in terms of capital structure is the company can maximize their firm value depending on the capital structure. So each company has its own optimal capital structure to maximize its firm value. So we can figure out what is the optimal capital structure of the particular company. Okay, we will talk about the kind of issue in the later on. And another thing is dividend policy. Dividend policy means good. All right, if the company run the business, then they can generate the profit, right? So the company run the business, then the company make the profit, okay? Then this profit, some part of profit can be provided to the stockholders, which is called as dividend. And another remaining part of the profit can be retained within the company. We'll say this retained earnings. This retained earnings can be used as what? Reinvestment, right? Reinvestment. So the portion of the amount to to provide it to the stockholders is called as the dividend payout ratio. So if you paid 20% of the profit to the stockholders, then the dividend payout ratio is 20%, which means the 80% of profit can be retained within the company, right? So this dividend policy means what? What dividend payout ratio is optimal to the particular specific company, right? That's the dividend policy. So this dividend policy, the optimal dividend payout ratio is different depending on the maturity of the company cycle. Okay, so we see that if the startup company, what happens? Startup company generally what? They do not pay the dividend. Why? They should retain a lot of the money, right, for reinvestment, which means the startup company has a lot of opportunity to extend their business area, right? So generally, the startup company, the dividend payout, startup company's dividend payout ratio is almost zero or very low, the percent. But whereas the mature company, then that company do not have any the opportunity to for the reinvestment. So that company, those companies generally provide a lot of the profit to the stockholders. Okay, that's the dividend payout ratio. So optimal dividend payout ratio is various depending on the maturity of the company's cycle. So, what is the optimal dividend payout ratio for some specific company? That is the procedure to make decision is called as dividend policy, right? So upon successfully completing the course, student will be able to make decision which project to take, which is related to the capital budgeting, how to finance a project, which is associated with the capital structure, how to hedge a risk. So we will talk about those kind of the topics in financial management course in this course. Okay. All right. Textbook is the required textbook is this one. Essentials of Financial Management. Essentials of Financial Management. Fourth edition. From the issued by the Congage Learning publisher, written by Brigham and Houston. This textbook is very popular in the States, so it's very good the textbook and very easier written, so that you can understand very easy. Okay, so there's the Essentials of Financial Management, fourth edition. If we have the first edition, second edition, and third edition, it does matter. Okay, it does matter. But the two kind of the problems comes out. One of the things is what the authors, the reason why authors revise the textbook is because why? To make the money. That's right. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. And the other reason is what? Finance market or financial circumstance around the company has been always changed, right? So the authors need to revise to reflect the brand new situation. Okay, so you need to be careful the added part in the new version. Okay, added part in new version. So for example, the 2008 financial global crisis or the COVID-19 situation, something like that. That kind of things can be reflected in the revised version. That's why you need to have the more recent version, fourth edition of financial management, of Essentials Financial Management, but it doesn't matter. So to be careful to have the added part. And the other one is the when you do the homework, I assign the problem at the end of each chapter, but the number of the questions are a little bit different depending on the version. Okay, so be careful about the homework. Okay, so two kind of things you need to be careful: edit part and the homework. Otherwise, it's okay. It doesn't matter the version, right? And the reference, there are a lot of the reference book. There are a lot of the reference book, Korean book or the English book, right? Written in Korean or written in English. So even I translated some the textbook. 로스의 핵심 재무관리. Ross is very famous guy in the finance field. So Ross has the 4 or 5 kinds of the textbook of related financial management, right? So corporate finance, a lot of the textbook written by Ross, or there are tons of financial management textbooks, so it's okay. So I think the contents is very similar with each other. So it doesn't matter what kind of textbook you have, all right? So if you are not, the convenient to read the English book, then it's okay to refer to the Korean book, right? And another reference is financial press, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, Business Week, 매경 or 한경. So there are a lot of limitation to cover the topics in the financial management class. So if you want to enhance the knowledge of financial market or financial circumstances around the company, I strongly recommend that you can read the financial press, right? Okay, and let me explain the grading system. The exams, the 200 points, homework 20 points, short quiz 20 points, attendance 10 points, participation 10 points. Let me explain more detail. So exams. There are 2 exams scheduled for this course. More than 60% of your grade will drive equally from these exams. So the more than 60% of your grade is determined by exams, right? But the exam days are already on the syllabus. The exams will be in class, consisting of filling the blank questions, essays, and calculation questions. So there are 3 types of the exams. Filling the blank, 단답식, essays, 서술식, calculation, 계산 문제. The exams will be conducted by open book and open notes on midterm exams, and by closed book and closed note on the final exam. So if the class conducted in the online, then the exam is open book. Whereas if the class will be conducted and the offline, then the exam will be closed book and closed note. So it depends on we can have the offline class after midterm exam, right? And there will be no makeup. The only exception for makeups is in the case of true and documented emergencies. Okay, so let me give you the date to take the exam. I'm teaching the 2 sessions of same financial management class, morning session and the afternoon session. So to keep the fairness of 2 sessions, we cannot but take the exam together. Okay, so I will teach the same contents, but if the exam questions is different and performance of you guys are different, then it's gonna be unfair. Okay, so to maintain the fairness, we cannot but take the exam on same day together. Okay, so the midterm exam is they're supposed to taken on the October 16th, 2 to 4 p.m. So let me fix the exam date in advance. Let me fix 아니, 오늘 네트워크가 아주 안 좋은데? Let me fix the, midterm exam in advance. So midterm exam is gonna be conducted on October 16th, 2 to 4 p.m. 2 to 4 p.m. 2 to 4 p.m. October 16th, 2 to 4 p.m. And the final exam will be conducted on December 4th, 2 to 4 p.m. December 4th, 2 to 4 p.m. Okay, let me see again. Midterm exam will be conducted on October 16th. Final exam will be conducted on December 4th. Both of the exam time is 2 to 4 p.m. All right? Okay, and the homework, that there will be irregular homework assignments, which are composed of two types: calculation questions, Excel spreadsheet problems. But due to the time limitation, I mainly assign the calculation questions instead of Excel spreadsheet problem. Calculation questions in problems and comprehensive spreadsheet problems at the end of each chapter will be mainly assigned as homework. You will see how many common financial problems can be set up and solved efficiently with the Excel and spreadsheet problem, but I do not have any plan to give the Excel spreadsheet problem on this semester due to the time limitation. And first of all, above all, you don't want to have this kind of homework, right? So the assignment and due dates will be announced during the semester. Students are responsible for turning in the homework in time. Short quiz and participation, there will be announced in class quizzes. These quizzes mainly consist of short questions that reflect important concepts in reading assignment or lectured in previous classes. So there are 5 questions in quizzes, 5 questions. 3 questions are related to 5 questions. 3 questions are related to what we already covered. 2 out of 5 are 2 out of 5 are associated with what we will cover that class day. 3개는 복습, 2개는 예습이에요. So in other words, 3 out of 5 are review questions. 2 out of 5 are preview questions. Right? So 3개는 복습, 2개 예습. These quizzes usually will require no more than 15 minutes to complete. They'll be used to check your progress on this course. Just to check your progress, we will have the short quiz. Class participation will be classified 3 levels: above average, average, and below average, through comprehensive evaluation. So as I told you, I can check the, whether or not you turn on your camera. Those kind of things are reflected on the participation point. Okay. And the student may obtain the additional point in each special case. So during the class, I sometimes ask the question. Definitely is the hard question to make the correct answer. Then if you make the correct answer, then I will give the extra point. Okay. And others materials class will be posted on the e-class, as I told you. Students are strongly advised to check the e-class announcement and update. Students should keep up with the recorded readings. Attending class is highly recommended. 1 point is deducted whenever you guys miss the class. 0.5 is deducted whenever you retard. Okay? 지각하면 0.5점. Students who may need special consideration due to personal matter should make an appointment to meet with me. Okay? And DBS vision and financial management and the code of conduct. I explained that DBS means Dongguk Business School. DBS vision and financial management and code of conduct due to satisfy with the requirement from the AACSB, right? As you know, we got the accreditation from the AACSB, so we need to keep those kind of the requirement. Okay, so the financial management and code of conduct, and you can try to read this one carefully. So let's take a look at the class schedule. So today and next coming Tuesday, we will talk about the overview of financial management, chapter 1. And in the second week, we will talk about the financial market institution. So as I told you, the financial management is composed of, I think, 50% of corporate finance, 30 or 40% of investment, and 10% of financial market institution. So as I told you, financial management, investment, corporate finance, financial market and institution. So corporate finance is the 50%. Investment is 30 or 40%. Financial market and institution or 10 or 20%. Okay. So we are here. So let me give some big picture of investment, corporate finance, and financial market and institution in financial market class course. Okay. So in financial management course, I will give the big picture. Okay. Just clue, big picture of each sub category of finance. And then if you take the investment, you can study in more detail contents of investment, more detail of corporate finance. So anyway, financial management is composed, contents of financial management is composed of 50 or 60% of corporate finance, 30 or 40% of investment, 10 or 20% of financial market and institution. So in second week, we will talk about financial market and institution just for 1 week, right? In the financial management. But if you take the financial market and institution, you can study that contents for 1 semester. Okay, just the 맛배기. So just let me give some I will give some just the big picture. Okay. All right, and from third week to fifth week, we will talk about time value of money. Okay, so that's very important concept. So you will take a look at the ordinary annuity due, perpetuity, something like that. And why time value of money is important? Because the time value of money is used to find the value of a stock, bond, capital budgeting project that we will talk about the after midterm exam, right? So that's why we would say this time value of money is the basic concept, because the time value of money can be used in the very different field. Okay. After that, we will talk about risk and return. So the financial interest rate and risk and return. In risk and return, we can figure out the relationship between risk and return, measure the risk, discuss something like that. Then we will take the midterm exam. After midterm exam, we can cover the stock valuation, including stock and bond. Then capital budgeting, as I told you, cost of capital, basic of capital budgeting, and the risk analysis, something like that. And then the final chapter of this course is capital structure and dividend policy. After that, we will take the final exam. Okay. Then bye-bye 2021, right? Okay. So that this is the tentative schedule. The actual pace of the class may vary, right? Okay, so I won't call your name. I won't check your attendance. I won't check your attendance before the finalizing your course. So as long as I know the final date to change your course, withdraw, add, and drop is till this Friday, I think, right? Friday, right? So I will make call or check the attendance from the coming Tuesday. Okay, coming Tuesday. So the after fixing your coursework, then I will check your attendance, right? Some of you guys ask how about the recording? I owned record this course because if I make a record, then you can generally you do not focus on or concentrate on me. So to enhance the concentration on the class, I own record. All right. Any question? Due to the internet network difficulties, this class is 후졌어. 그치? 이상 계속 빙빙빙 돌아갔어요. 빙빙빙빙. All right. So any question? Above all, the number of registration for this course is the only 17. Wow, this is just the graduation of the course, right? So 17, only 17. Some of you guys asked me the midterm exam is the 중간고사 시험. Midterm exam is the 겹쳐? 또 MIS랑 또 겹쳐요? 뭐 나중에 뭐 얘기합시다 그러면. 예. 일단 그래서 so that's why I fixed the exam date in advance. Okay. All right. Any question? 아니 네트워크 프로블럼 어떡하지? 오전엔 괜찮았었는데. It's okay. In the morning session, but why is the network problem in the afternoon session? 계속 빙빙빙 돌아가. Any question? 야, 17명 갖고 수업하긴 처음에 it's the first time to have the class with only 17 guys. So you guys asked me the type of the quiz. So I told you 3 of them are previous questions, review questions. 2 out of them are previous questions. I mean the 3 out of them is associated with the review questions. 2 out of them is related to the previous questions, and type is just to write the essay, the simple essay, the definition. So just I ask some the definition of some terminology. Okay, so homework is about to calculate the questions, to calculate the questions, calculate the question. So calculation problem questions is the homework, and the quiz is only to check your progress of the reading assignment. So most of the type of the quiz is just essay, short essay, to ask some the terminology. Okay, you know? All right. So any question, any other question? 아니 뭘 들은 거야? 야, teaching material, I will upload the teaching material on the e-class on every classes. In every class, I will upload the teaching material on e-class. I did not explain the grade of the absolute evaluation or the relative evaluation, but the relative evaluation is more, the fair to, compared to classes, but this is the only 17 guys, so I'm not sure for this semester. So let me say just that I will make the grade with a combined relative and absolute values, absolute performance. Combine of absolute and relative value, the performance. Otherwise, I think you have some the penalty. I think only 17 guys. I mean, it depends on your performance. If 17 guys, all of you guys are very brilliant and very performance is very good, then I can give all of you guys to the A plus. Or on the other hand, if you all of you guys are the bubble, then I will give the C or D all of you guys, right? So it depends on your performance. Totally depends on your performance, right? Any other question? Okay, then let's see the next coming Tuesday.